what mistakes are family businesses making and as compared to professionally driven businesses? And which one is a better way of doing business?
Every business, or almost all the businesses in the world, would have started from a family. A person would have started it, two friends would have started, or members of a family would have started. And then the organization keeps growing. They may remain a family business, or they can become a public company. 2/3 of the businesses in the world are family-run businesses, contributing almost 75% of global GDP. Your mom and pop shop, the corner shop, they are all family businesses. The difference between a family business and a professional run business, the crucial difference is a professionally run business has professional managers who get salaries. A family run businesses, of course, can get salaries, but they will get portion of their profits. The second, in a family run business, the business then goes into the second generation and third generation. In case of professional run company, when a professional retires, another person takes over from the professional. Therefore, it is always the salary which is important. In case of a family run business, the family is thinking that I must hand over a good business to my children, to the next generation. What is the professional manager thinking? The professional manager is thinking, I should get a promotion next year. I must get a bonus perhaps next year. I should get an ESOP next year. So the professional manager's chances are that he or she might think short term. And that's the issue which has happened. If you look at globally over the last 20 years, the value, the ROI of a professionally run business have been lower than the family run businesses. While we do see family run businesses failing, but over a period of time, historical information shows that family-run businesses have been more profitable than professional-run businesses.
But why is that? How come high ROI?
The professional managers, many a times, are looking at their own personal benefit. As I said, they may be looking at their own promotion. They may take a short-term decision, whereas a family-run businesses are mostly taking decisions which would be long-term in nature. A family-run business is capable, or family-run businesses are capable of taking more risks in the long-term horizon. A professional manager would like to take a risk with a short-term horizon. Let's take an example of a pharmaceutical industry. A pharma CEO normally would, in a professional-run company, would be lasting for 5 years. Now, the pharma company, as you know, is dependent upon R&D, research and development. And R&D starting today, the impact can happen after 10 years or 15 years. So the CEO may like to cut the R&D cost, boosting the profit of the short term, whereas a family-run CEO of a pharma company would not cut the R&D cost, try to invest and see the benefits coming after 10 or 15 years, and perhaps the benefit will go to his or her children. That's the crucial difference which happens many times between professional run companies and family run companies.
You've also talked about the sustainability of those family businesses. You know, you've quoted the Economist survey on family businesses where you've said that 30% of family businesses get transferred to their second generation. And I mean, drawing a comparison, only 1% of the family businesses goes on to their fourth and fifth generation. So in that case, which is better, sustainability wise?
And that's the business mistake which families make. And that's where my book comes into picture, that while the family businesses overall have been successful, but only 30% of family-run businesses have been able to hand over to the next generation. And by the time it is fifth generation, only 1%, that means 1 out of 100 businesses would be able to hand over to the fifth generation. And that's the heart of the story. Why does it happen? The families, or many families, make several mistakes. For instance, the patriarch, the CEO, the person who started the business, when he or she started the business, he or she was very good. But as the businesses grew, became 8 or 10 years old, he or she will run out of many capabilities. That person could be an engineer, but what about the marketing skill, the finance skills, the HR skill, the IT skills? When the CEO finds that I am running out of skills and I should get professional support or other support, those families, businesses do better. But there are hundreds and thousands of families who, or the CEO believes, I can do everything. I know everything, I know it all, I did it 10 years back, I should be able to do. And that's the problem which happens. They run out of the capabilities. And the second issue is that many a times the patriarch does not develop his or her children, the second line. What happens is the family patriarch is too much married to the business. It feels that it is my baby, it's my spouse, it's my everything. How can I hand it over to someone else? The family patriarch must take a call. It's time enough to hand it over to my son or a daughter, and then the second generation takes on. Small little mistakes and kills many a good work which has happened in the world. And this book talks about loads and loads of examples as to what went wrong and what the family should do to get things right.